cup feels perfectly balanced, as all things should be. In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, and to fail all the same. I see you are depressed about losing, and now you've come for me again. Welcome to another edition of L.I.F.T Tutoring. Welcome to another edition of L.I.F.T Tutoring. Today I want to talk about a movie that's very near and dear to my heart called Avengers Infinity War. Now, Avengers Infinity War is the culmination of 10 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And last year, if you did not see the movie, basically it was a testament to all of the previous movies that had come before. Everything had been building up to a particular moment called the snap. If you don't know anything about Avengers Infinity War, I will tell you right now, there are spoilers ahead. So if you do not want to hear any spoilers, you need to turn this off right now and go watch Avengers Infinity War. And honestly, what are you thinking? Because Avengers Endgame is about to come out in this month. Avengers Endgame is coming out this month. Ah! So today I want to cover a theory, because theories are very good and for critical thinking. And when your child is critically thinking, if you've been following this channel for any amount of time, you know if your child is critically thinking, then they are able to think more deeply about a subject matter. And if you aren't really sure what critical thinking looks like, please go check out the video I did on Bloom's taxonomy. It really breaks down what a child's critical thinking should start as and what it develops into, so what that looks like. So today I want to talk about the snap, and I want to talk about the theory of the snap. Theories are always good, so follow me here. If you are familiar with the snap, you know that Thanos, big bad Thanos wiped out half of the universe. Now, I hear a lot of people say that if Thanos could snap his fingers and wipe out half the universe because he had a strange idea of how genocide would help more people be able to take abundance in the resources that were available. And a lot of people have asked, and rightfully so, if this man had the power of the Mind Stone, the Space Stone, the Reality Stone, the Soul Stone, and the Power Stone to make up the, I'm missing one, and the Time Stone, if this man had a gauntlet that was powerful enough to change reality itself, and he decided that wiping out half of the known universe was something that needed to happen so that the rest of the universe could be perfectly balanced. He had this idea, and a lot of people said, why didn't he just double the resources? Now, I've been thinking about this for a very, very long time, and I have a theory of my own, and I want to read you something. So, I want to read you the first law of thermodynamics. This is also called the law of conservation of energy. It states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy can only be transferred from one form to another form. In other words, it just can't be created or destroyed. So basically, even though we live in the Marvel Cinematic Universe where there's magic and there's superheroes, the energy has an explanation. In Captain America, it was a science project. In Iron Man, it's technology. Thor, even though he's a Norse god, he's really just a more advanced human being in another part of the universe. Hulk does gamma radiation. Spider-Man got bit by a gamma spider. There's science that is interlaced into all of the superheroes that are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably telling me, Jeremy, what about Doctor Strange? He uses magic, and that's outside of the realm of what we consider to be known science. But if you look up some of this, if you look up some of the theory videos that were done on Doctor Strange, you can see that he's bending light. And if you look at what we found out through scientific research, light does indeed have matter. So it is theoretically possible that if one can figure out how to bend light, then one can make a physical object out of light, okay? So Doctor Strange, even though it seems out of place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because it has a lot of magic, it actually fits perfectly in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because it's saying that its magic is actually based in scientific properties. So you see how this all forms together. So now we are pressed with the idea that even though the Infinity Stones, which were created by the universe at the universe's inception in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that somehow these stones can produce things that do not line up with the laws of physics. Or in this way, the laws of conservation of energy. So, my theory is, and I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments, my theory is that there is no way, even with all of this power, that Thanos could have just doubled the universe's resources. Where would the energy be coming from if he doubled the universe's resources? Think about it. If he's doubling the universe's resources, then the energy that he's taking to double the universe's resources have to be coming from another universe, which actually takes those resources away from the other universe in the first place, which means there would be mass genocide somewhere. Okay? So basically, when you think about what Thanos could have done, Thanos actually had the idea to keep everything in balance the best way he knew how, which was to not multiply what was happening, because then he would have had to take energy from something else, and who knows what catastrophic effect that could have had. So he decides to take the energy and just put it back into the universe while certain people are still living. Did you follow all that? Because that is the definition of being able to critically think and dive into a topic. So, I'd love to know what you think in the comment section. I've been very adamant about this because I've always thought that Thanos was doing the best he could with what he had. And that's an unpopular opinion, okay? We're not gonna get into the fact that he wiped out half of the universe and whether that's moral. That is not the point of this particular video. The point of this particular video is to say that Thanos himself, even though he had the possession of all 6 Infinity Stones, could not multiply what was there because the energy to do so would have still been taken away from something else, and it would have resulted in catastrophic effects. This has been another edition of L.I.F.T Tutoring. Remember that if you don't click that like and subscribe button, the snap might take away your entire ability to view YouTube, and no one would ever want that. So please like and subscribe, share it with all your friends, and we will catch you in the next video. Continue to develop a love for lifelong learning. Go see Endgame.